If you're looking for allocated,
this is your list.
Yeah. Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
I'm Zach.
And today we are talking about our list of allocated bourbons.
Our top tier allocated bourbons.
Yeah, top tier. Top shelf.
All right, so just to rewind a little bit, we have done like our bottom tier, which was basically all like low-end Buffalo Trace.
We did our mid-tier.
We did our mid-tier, which you all apparently loved and asked for a top tier.
All right, so this is...
And here's where we're at. And we'll say this, like we said in the video before, if you all really enjoy this video, let us know, and we'll do a unicorn tier.
Yeah, we'll do a unicorn tier.
Yeah, because some would argue that this is a unicorn tier.
Yes.
Which is a very, very, very...
This is a unicorn tier, but this is also a top tier.
Yeah, so we basically got to this list. We've been trying to do it like in money sections and not by MSRP. Realistically, all these bottles are hard to find. They're hard to find for me, Dave, for you, for everybody. So the tier list that we're kind of at right now, we're kind of between that $500 to $1,000 range, which is crazy.
And again, not MSRP.
No, but whenever you drive around the stores, at least I can say here locally, whenever you go around and you see some of these, you're like, that's $1,000, that's $1,500. Like these are like some crazy prices. Yeah. But between that and secondary, we just kind of figure.
Yeah. We'll just call it what it is and go with it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll start her off,
mm-hmm.
and I'm going to start off with a bang because let's just be honest. If you're looking for a good allocated Old Forester product, this is the one to have in your repertoire.
I would argue it's the one to have. Yes.
I
would agree.
It is the one to have.
I would agree.
Batch in and batch out. This is of a high quality batch in and batch out.
Yes.
And so because it is, this should be the one that you're searching for all day, every day.
I would tend to agree. These are distillery only release. Occasionally you'll see them like in like a Total Wine Lottery.
So if you're coming to town, go on a tour because you never can tell what'll happen on a tour.
Yeah, because I haven't dropped them at the gift shop in a hot minute.
No.
But these, to me, this is my, outside of the employee bottle itself, this is my favorite kind of standalone bottle.
Yes, I would 100% agree with that. And again, this is the $500 to $1,000 range.
Yeah, I think they're like around like 700-ish right now. Let's go ahead and keep it still with Old Forester.
Oh, we love it. Keep it in the brotherhood.
All right, so Old Forester birthday bourbon. You know it, you love it, or you hate it, whichever one you have. These are special bottles for a multitude of reasons. Obviously, birthday is the number one reason.
Yeah.
But this is kind of, you know, the thing is with birthday, like how we were talking earlier, Dave and I was, the problem is with birthday, they're either hitters or they're not. And
it's home run or strikeout. That's the way it is.
And I joke around, like, basically whenever I have a kid, 20 or 22, they're misses, of course.
And you should pray that Zach has no more children so that the birthday
you really should, because then it guarantees good birthdays.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think the 18, 19, and the 21 are all really good.
Yeah, they are
in
really
their
good.
own right. This is the 19.
This one is really, really good.
This is really good. The 18 has like more of a dusty note. This has more of a fruity kind of note. And the 21's more of like a chocolate kind of note. They're all really, really nice.
Yeah.
But these can also be that crazy expensive $750, $900, $950 range. And it's just, it's one of those, if you can get an MSRP, that's always a huge win.
Yeah.
It's just, the problem is people hunt these for birthdays or for their child's birth or stuff like that.
And if you're not going to open it, it doesn't really matter what's in. If you're willing to pay the secondary to get it because you want it for a birth year, by all means, go and do it. But if you're getting it to open it, just be aware.
Yeah. Good.
Let's just stay in the Brown-Forman Brotherhood.
Such a gorgeous bottle.
The Coy Hill small batch. This won last year for us as bottle of the year.
Yeah.
It is all that it's cracked up to be. It is the best of what Jack Daniel's does. In every aspect of it, high proof, but doesn't drink like a high proof. Gives you all the, just full of flavor, all the things that you want in a bourbon, and in a high proof bourbon at that, and just does not drink that way. It's just phenomenal. It is by far the best bottle of last year.
I will say this: Jack Daniel's was pretty good about putting this out in the gift shop last year.
Yeah,
they did it for their big release of it, and then on top of that, they also did a barbecue kind of cook-off thing down there.
Oh, cool.
And they were able to get that down there as well.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal bottle. I don't know if they're doing any more of these or not, but
let's hope that they do.
I really hope.
Cross our fingers,
because
we will take a trip to.
Oh, 1,000%.
Jack Daniel's.
I regret not going.
Oh, I do too.
Because if I would have left work that morning, and I would have went down there, I would have made it.
Yeah, as good as this is, in hindsight, should have went down.
Should have went down. 1,000%. So,
and so we're going to be doing more of that this year. Some of these highly allocated bottles that we passed on last year, and I know we get a lot of highly allocated stuff, and I do that, but we passed on a lot of things. This was one of them. I will not pass on this again, and we will make content out of going to these places. So this is fantastic. Yeah.
All right, switching up, leaving the Brown-Forman portfolio. Let's go over to Parker's this year. So, and there's a lot of different Parkers, just not from this year. The Heavy Char, the Heavy Char Rye, the Heavy Char Wheat, I'd probably not. But man, this, look, it's incredible. I still argue that if it would have had some more time to open up and just to really grow, like how some of these other bottles said that we tried earlier in the year, I think this contends for the top spot of the year. And
as it was like 4.
And Parker's, to me, there is some misses in there that I'm not a big fan of. That orange one that lasted around here forever.
The orange one, it's still probably around.
But man, whenever they hit, they are some of the absolute best bottles out there. And the cool thing about this is right now, this is like flooding the market everywhere. They're at all those little gas stations, at all those little small liquor stores there. You know, they buy them off like retail, and they try to charge them up, and nobody can move them. So it's kind of time right now to steal one. So
good stuff.
It's phenomenal.
Heaven Hill had a great year last year, and you might as well follow it up. Right behind the Parkers was this William Heaven Hill 15. This was the oakiness that you want in a bourbon. Even though it didn't win best bottle of last year, I think it's the best nose of all of last year. Yes, I do agree with that. Yeah. The nose was phenomenal on this. The palate was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The finish was phenomenal. This bottle was awesome. They keep sneakily putting them out, so they still have them. And if you're in here locally, keep your ears peeled, because these are still showing up at the gift shop every once in a while. I'm not exaggerating. This is worth every bit of the money that you pay for this.
Oh, 1,000%. This, and I've seen this float around. I've even seen this drop below 500 and stuff. And I'll be honest with you, this bottle here, when they talk about William Heaven Hills, there's actually not a lot of people. I get asked a lot about this bottle because not a lot of people have had an opportunity to. Because if you're not able to get one at the distillery, they don't really go out in lotteries. They don't really go out stores and whatnot. This bottle is so hard to describe how great it is that, you know, people have seen the purple labeled one. Yeah, that's really great.
The orange label one was...
And the bottle on bottom. I thought the bottom on bottom was good.
It was okay. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
But whenever it comes to William Heaven Hill, and please put it down in the comments below, hit the like, subscribe button. But if you think the purple label one's better, or I've also been told the hazmat one's better. I've never ever had the hazmat one.
I've not had the purple. I've not had the purple or the hazmat.
I think it's really close between that purple label and this. I might even lean towards this.
This is phenomenal.
I think what I'm going to do is take one of mine up there to a certain event up in Michigan for a bottle show that we're going to do. And I think we're going to crack it up there.
Yeah, that probably is smart.
Well, I don't know if it's smart, but it's going to be fun either way. All right, so my next one, and this one hasn't came out this past year. I don't even know if they're going to do any more of these. But these are the Russell's 2003s. Now these are, you know, there's different ones. There's, you know, 2098, all of those. Guys, I'm telling you, this stuff here, this was a unicorn for me to hunt forever. These, if you are a Wild Turkey fan, these are where it's at.
Yeah.
Like,
These are phenomenal.
it's incredible. It's cash strength at 89.95, something like that.
89.95 proof. And there's not many bourbon channels that would tell you an 89 proof bottle is great.
Oh my gosh,
But
it's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
and,
great.
And for turkey fans such as myself, and I will say, probably out of all the bottles on this list, this is the hardest one to get. And I understand that.
That is
it's
true.
difficult. But if you are a hardcore Wild Turkey fan, this is the bottle to get.
Yeah.
Period. End of story.
Yeah, I agree with that. We haven't had any Buffalo Trace on the menu yet.
We've done really well about that.
Hold on, turn it right there. This is the old George T. Stag.
Pretty much any batch
Any batch
of George T. Stag.
Yeah, they're all really good. Just, I think they drink a little smoother than what the Stag Junior drinks.
Sure.
And I think they're more well balanced. Although the newest batch of Stag Junior, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
And we're not talking about batch 19. We're talking about batch 18. 'Cause apparently they released batch 19.
Oh, did they?
I don't know what they did.
I don't know.
I haven't looked into it, but
Yeah.
I was just reading about it today, and it was, I guess, maybe West Virginia and South Carolina. This to me is like you fall in a camp between BTACs, right? And most of the time, it's like, 50% like Stag or 50% WLW, and the other one being like 48%, and like you see 2% of people like an Eagle Rare 17. I don't know who the Eagle Rare 17 people are, but I know a couple of them. To me,
I've never even seen one of those.
No, I'm just saying like try.
Yeah,
them,
I've just never even seen one of those. to not even secondarily on someone's shelf that they charge $1,500 for or something.
I tend to lean towards George T. Stag on the BTAC side.
Yeah.
But to give a lot of credit, like, and this year's was great. It's like, 138.86, whatever
it was. It was up
phenomenal.
there.
Yeah. I WLW smoked it.
Yeah. I have not had the WLW. I do want to try it. I'd love to try it. But always, if you see it and you can get it at a reasonable price, get it.
All right, my last one. And huge fans of them. And I know I got a lot of medals for this one. So my apologies. But anything basically, it's like he's ringing the bell for Christmas time. Smoke Wagon, rare and limited. So I will say I've never had one that's bad.
I have not either.
Most of them are great. This is one of the first 10 barrels. And then this one's barrel number 2 actually in it. I think my favorites were barrel 3 and 4, I think was one of them.
I had barrel 9 and 10 at Cox's last year.
Mm-hmm.
They put them on the bar, which was super awesome.
Yeah, that's what Cox did with all of them.
Yeah, they were on the bar for, I want to say it was like $15 each one of them.
Oh yeah,
10
no, they
to
were steals.
$15 a pour. I snatched that up and
for Breakfast Club, we literally just said keep the bottle down here and we'll crush it on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, good stuff.
I couldn't help but turn it and get the medals.
And then the last one on the list, and you all know our love of this one, Heaven Hill 17. This is, if that William Heaven Hill 15 is almost the perfect oakiness of a bourbon, this one is perfect. Yeah. This is my number 1 bottle from last year. I do not own this bottle. I have had many a sips from his bottle. This is on my list to find. If I find this at a good price, I am buying it because I just need it.
This bottle is so impressive. It really does hit that perfect oak notes. Had
it not been for the Coy Hill small batch, this would have won.
Sure, 1,000%.
And they were close. We haggled between it, but
we did.
Again, you're not going to go wrong with this.
And I will say these bottles are going up. I've seen them go for around 900 to 1,000.
Yeah.
And at one point in time, they plummeted.
Yeah.
Because they were flooding the market, and people just didn't know. Now they know.
Yeah.
So
knowing's half the battle. So, all right. Well, tell us what you think about our list. Tell us what's on your high-end allocated list, we'd love to know.
Yep.
That's kind of like we love to hear from your all.
What we got right, what we got wrong.
And these are the things that we enjoyed in this last year. And I'm looking forward to whatever comes in 2023 for a good, highly allocated bourbon. So until the next time, we'll see you.
See ya.